a different deck than we were playing previously here. It's based around getting the card Xerneas into play. And then... Okay, so we won the coin flip here. I think this deck wants to go second. Because this deck can attack pretty consistently for a lot of damage on the first turn of the game. Yveltal, sure. Opponent's doing a bunch of stuff. All right, Execcute's actually a great draw here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And then I won't need the Xerneas break in this matchup. This card's in here for beating Jolteon and occasionally giving this a little bit of a boost. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball, discarding this Execute and the Xerneas break. Let's get a look for what's in my deck here. Is my Hoopa in here? My Hoopa is in here. That's excellent. Let's look at what else is in my deck. Got a bunch of energies in here. Probably going to get a battle compressor here too with the computer search. So we're going to go ahead and grab Hoopa. And this deck that I'm playing is really nutty compared to the last one. So we do a lot of things in the first one. So this Hoopa is going to search for 3 Pokemon. And then he's going to get a Shaymin. I think just 2 Ho-Ohs. Now let's grab 1 Ho-Oh and a Keldeo here. Nah, probably just Ho-Ohs. Yeah, let's just grab Ho-Ohs. And then what can happen now is we can go ahead and I'm going to lead on Trainer Mail and see what this finds. We found a Battle Compressor. Well, that's great for us. So what Battle Compressor does is it lets us search for 3 cards from our deck and put them in our discard pile. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to get 1 of each energy. And the reason why I'm doing that is because these Ho-Ohs say once per turn you can flip a coin. And if you flip heads, you return them from your discard pile to play with up to 3 different energies attached to them. So this computer search here... What is this computer search getting? Probably a Keldeo? No, probably an energy switch, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab one of these 2 energy switches. Okay, so then this here, if we hit heads on either of these... Sweet. So we hit heads on the first one. That's pretty lucky. We do that. And then it comes back in with 3 energies. And then I can go ahead and energy switch from this Ho-Oh to my Xerneas here, and now this is going to start attacking for... This does 10 damage plus 30 more for each different type of Pokemon on my bench. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Float Stone on here, and then I'm going to play the Shaymin out and draw 6 cards. So we need to get 5 different types of Pokemon on my bench here for this to be lethal. Wow, I don't have a supporter. That's so weird. You almost always have a supporter. Getting Jolteon going probably isn't the worst thing in the world here. And this Salamence probably isn't bad either, honestly. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put 1 of each of these out. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of Pokemon on my bench. So this does 150, 30 times 5, plus 10 is 160, plus 10 from the Fighting Fury Belt is 170. Taste the Rainbow Road, good sir. Why did I only do... Oh, this Pokemon's ability says that it turns off tools. So I only did 160, but that was still plenty to knock him out. This deck's got a lot of sweet stuff going on. So this guy's got a Fighting Fury Belt on him, so he's got 220 hit points right now. So, oh, we're just switching back here. That's fine. We're gonna get the Oblivion Wing going. Yep. So this has 170 hit points, so I'm still 1-hit KOing this right now. For reference for people that are new, we always have a lot of... Oh, that's annoying. So he gets to get rid of my double Colorless energy. People always ask about my deck lists. All of my YouTube videos have the deck list listed in full underneath them. I never forget that Pokemon is a skill game. I'm going to go ahead and energy switch here from this Ho-Oh. I'm going to put the lightning onto this Jolteon just in case he can't beat this Jolteon. And then this does a nice clean 170 here, which is exactly enough to knock this out. No, you have the... He's not weak to fairies. They're weak to fighting. The dark Pokemon are weak to fighting attacks. Ideally, we're looking for like a Sky Bench or an N or a Sycamore here, but we're hitting for a bunch of damage every turn, so it's not the end of the world right now. N is actually great for us here because our 4 cards are awful. We're only getting 4 cards, but none of these cards are particularly good. Oh, God. Our opponent just Parallel City Dust, which knocks our bench down to 3 slots. Alright, well, we need to draw real good here now. We need to draw real good. Don't have an energy, please. Okay, sweet. I'm just getting to wail on this for Skybench, Sycamore, Trainer Mail. Could be any of the things we just asked for. N. Am I N-ing? God, that's got to be wrong. I'm definitely taking the N, but I don't know if I'm using it. So my opponent just didn't play an energy last turn. So I'm putting this on here, but I think I'm just... So I'm hitting for 1, 2, 3, that's 110. This says 220. Yeah, I'm just going to Lysandre this and Rainbow Force it. Because even he gets to retreat it for free, but if he misses an energy this turn and then just retreats it for free again, I just get to Verseeker the Lysandre and Lysandre it again and knock it out. God bless America. Yeah, sure. Knock my tools off. That means I'm 10 damage short of killing it. Damn it. They're playing that card and expanded. Okay. I feel like you gotta have better options in this format. Skybench. Ninja Boy. Ninja Boy. That doesn't do anything, right? Okay, now I think I'm just ending here. They have 6 cards in their hand. So it's just like traded my mediocre cards for some new ones. God, talk about consistently mediocre cards. I guess I'm putting this on here and then just attacking for 100. Our hands have been real bad. Our draws have been real bad so far. Can't remember how many Sycamores are in this deck. I think it's at least 3. That's awkward because we don't have any resources, so they can just Lysandre up one of these guys that doesn't have energies on it. So here's to hoping we draw a Skybench next turn. Or a Sycamore. Or a second Float Stone, I guess. Oh, and now this can attack. So this gets to hit this for 90 and then 30 this. That's awk. Please, Sycamore into some gas. Yes, everyone only has 1 weakness. Ooh, they're going after this. That probably means they can't interact with it. God, Ultra Ball just doesn't do anything. This has been a frustratingly bad draw. I guess the upside here is they're knocking this out this turn, so that means I'm going to get to draw with this Shaymin next turn. Glass half full. And they're only matching our prizes at this point. I wonder if they even want to knock this out or if they just want to pass back and forth while they build their board up. Yeah, I still play Magic. I'm playing a Magic tournament in Chicago tomorrow, actually. Nerd Rage Gaming is having one of their 1K qualifiers. I'll be in attendance at. Modern is great. Lysandre, sure. Splitting their damage up is real weird. So I'm going to go ahead and put Jolteon up here, even though I'm probably attacking with this, because this is a free retreat cost, so it's just automatically the correct one to put up here. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball and discard these 2 cards here, but I'm not going to take anything out of my deck here. I guess I could do that and get... Nah, I'm just going to hit done. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw with the Shaymin. The new legendary dogs have 2 weaknesses? Alright. Looking for a Sky Field, doo-dah, doo-dah. Looking for a Sky Field, and we found it. To go ahead and play that out, which means I get to have more Pokemons on my bench. Who's excited to have more Pokemons on their bench? I know I am. I have an N in here, right? I think we're ending this turn. Just not going to take any of these. Yeah, they're down to 4 prizes, so N puts them down cards here. So I'm going to go ahead and play this out. I can search for a supporter. I don't think I want anything. Yeah, I think I'd rather both of us draw less cards here, so I'm just going to hit done on this. And then I'm going to versus Seeker for an N here, and then go ahead and N. This year, SCG cut back the opens pretty significantly this year. So we have 2 Ho-Ohs in here and a fire energy. So I'm going to battle compressor. Oh, you know what? We don't have a lightning energy left. That's awkward. So I can grab this. I don't have a verse seeker. I'll just grab another battle compressor here. And I can try and put a Ho-Oh into play here, I suppose. Yeah, there's not only are there less opens, but the Players' Championship doesn't exist this year, so now this Xerneas is hitting for 160, so we'll go ahead and retreat this here and then knock this guy out. It's not specifically every other weekend, it's just not... They weren't every weekend last year either, to be fair. To be completely fair, they weren't every weekend last year either. It's been a while since they were every weekend. Float Stone they don't really need. So this Dark Pulse can get up to a little bit here. Oh, Nest Ball exists already. Huh. I should pick some of these up. I want to play with this card. And sure. So this is going to put their hand back into their deck, and they'll draw 4 cards. But our hand's going to go back into our deck, and we're only going to draw 2 cards. We only have 2 prizes left. Yeah, they are hosting. They're hosting 5 Grand Prix this year, I believe. But like, as someone who doesn't care about Grand Prix, was like specifically playing the SCG events, like Nest Balls are in the theme decks and in the in-game shop. Okay. How many do you get? Because I probably would like 4 of them. I would almost certainly like 4 of them. So you can't buy singles for cash directly. Doing so is against the terms of service for the product. What you can do is you can buy pack codes, and then there's places that trade pack codes for specific singles. Let me get you... You're going to have to be... You have to log into your Pokemon TCGO account to be able to see this post, but this talks about how you... This talks about a place that gets you specific cards you want. So this has 180. So let's go ahead and slide this out here. And let's put a Float Stone on here. And I'm going to go ahead and put a double Colorless energy on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and Sycamore. Hey-oh, 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 hey-oh. We even had a really bad start that game, and we still just, like, got him. There's a reason why I have this deck built in paper. I really like the Dark Ray Dragons deck. I think it's a little bit more consistent than this, but this deck it just goes over the top so hard. Yep. And Pokemon doesn't really have limit. They've got like fake limited at their pre-release events, but Acid Pith with the 11-month resubscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Welcome back. I'm pretty sure I want to go second with this deck. Subscriptions are the absolute best way you can show your support for my content, so I really appreciate that. Welcome back, bud. Opponent has no basics. If we don't get end, this hand is very good. Don't count your hand before you start, though, because N is a thing. It's my opponent playing, and a Duino Spirit Link, okay? You need to read the whole post, not just look at the numbers, because the pricing system's a little weird. Getting cards in this game is definitely slightly convoluted, but it's not that difficult once you understand. Well, that's really good for us. Okay, so let's start on Battle Compressor, which will let us find out what we have going on in our deck here. So I have a Hoopa in here. I have a single Shaymin in here. What energies are in here? Probably just grab those here. Yep, done. So let's see if this Ho-Oh hits here before we do anything else. That'll make our job easier. This Ho-Oh hit. Okay, so we're just gonna kill our opponent on the first turn of the game here. So our opponent their hand didn't do anything, and our hand is nuts. So you're gonna see why this deck is great and why I choose to go second. And then we're gonna go ahead and play this, and then I'm gonna computer search here because we have a Hoopa in our deck. And then Hoopa is going to find some other EX Pokemon here. And then he's technically going to draw us a bunch of cards too, but... and this deck's not even a cheese deck. This deck's consistent and powerful, and just like, it just does stuff like this sometimes. So this attack's going to hit for 160, but we're going to draw 6 cards for good measure, just to send a message that I still have other stuff going on, but you're dead on the first turn. Let Xerneas get her fighting fury on here. GG, WP. GG. Alright. I was going to say this is going to be my last game, but that one was obviously not going to be the last one. Super, super quick. We did stuff and things there. Always exciting. I like the stuff part. The things part is good too, but... Is there a TCG I don't play? No, I cover most of the actual TCGs, Lewin. No, we want to go second. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure there's a deck in Expanded somewhere that's going to punish us for wanting to go second, but I haven't found it yet, so... I guess I don't technically play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't know if they have a digital client, so I'm not sure if that counts. This is kind of an interesting thing. So Jirachi, I think we're just supposed to start the Shaymin since we have a second Shaymin here. So Jirachi, both these have abilities when we play them from our hand onto our bench. And Jirachi's ability is it gets a supporter of our choice out of our deck into our hand. We should end up... Pokemon's version of Belcher just takes so long to actually work. It's super inconsistent. The cheese deck by punishing. That's true. The cheese deck's not super consistent, though. So we kind of... I guess I have a Xerneas break in my deck to beat Jolteon, but I really would prefer to just, like, 160 this on the first turn, obviously. Is it an official client, or is it like a Cockatrice X-Mage type deal? Oh, it's a mirror. They are also playing Rainbow Road. Okay. With M-Ray, interesting. Neat. Hoopa's a good draw, especially considering... So we're both Sky Field decks here, which is a little... It's a little awkward for sure. Huh. So... I'm going to be a little aggressive here and get... I'm going to get double Ho-Oh and a Keldeo here. And what this is going to allow me to do is I can get a Professor Sycamore with this Jirachi and discard these Ho-Ohs out of my hand. So I'm getting this Sycamore. I could draw more with the Colorless at this point, but I actually want to get these Ho-Ohs into my discard pile. I'm going to go ahead and put a Fighting Fury Belt on here because we already discarded anyways. I might as well draw one card with this since I have this Sky Field out. The Pokemon client is super smooth, and we drew a Float Stone, which is perfect for this Keldeo. So let's go ahead and play the Sycamore out here and draw up a fresh 7. And then that's wonderful. We hit a Battle Compressor here, which lets me... Oh, both my fire energies are in my hand. But I guess I have an Ultra Ball too, so I can discard to that. So we'll get this like this. I guess I don't have... I don't have an Energy Switch, so I can't attack with Xerneas on the first turn, but I can attack with Ho-Oh on the first turn here if I win one of these 3 coin flips. So you got 3 Ho-Ohs in here, so I have to win one of these 3 coin flips. All right, let's see if we are the 12.5% this evening. Yay, we are not. What was it? The other night we lost while streaming. It was 7 coin flips in a row with this card. It was truly, truly a tilting experience. And then Keldeo here has an ability called Russian, which lets me switch him up to my active Pokemon. And then I have a Float Stone on him. So basically, Keldeo with Float Stone lets you attack and retreat at will. We'll go ahead and Rainbow Burn here, which hits for 20 plus 20 more for each different energy type attached to my Ho-Oh. So we just crack our opponent for a nice cool 80 here. This does have a free retreat cost, so there's a possibility my opponent's going to get to gas up their bench and then knock us out with this Emray. Computer Search, yeah, this is probably going to knock us out this turn, so maybe this was a little aggressive. Non-zero chance this Xerneas is going to get to KO him back next turn, though, especially with this N in our hand. You can tell me the correct way to pronounce Pokemon names until you're blue in the face, but he's still going to be a Keldeo to me. Well, I mean, this can just come back next turn. Like, every turn I get 3 chances to bring the Ho-Oh back into play. Casual 240 me. They don't have any energies on any of their guys. So, always put the Keldeo up here, because this has the Float Stone on it, so it has a free retreat, so that just lets us basically decide which Pokemon we're putting in here later. Let's go ahead and Ho-Oh here a couple of times. Heads, sweet, so these all come back. And so this is actually kind of an interesting decision. My opponent's got infinite cards in their hand, so this end's actually going to shuffle them back down. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're looking for a Fairy Energy or an Energy Switch. Did not find either of the droids we are looking for. However, we found a Trainer Mail, and this could be an Energy Switch. I guess, should I Ultra Ball here first? Technically thins the deck. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball here first. It's marginal, but I think it's worthwhile. I'm going to grab the Xerneas Break here. It adds 50 extra hit points to this, and it means that it can attack through the Jolteon if we need it to later. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Actually, just can't really do anything. So we are super dead to a Lysandre out of my opponent here because they can just Lysandre and knock this out. Unfortunately, we just have to pass the turn here. They don't have one in their bin, so Verse Seeker's not going to have to have actual Lysandre. Often as you like, you can move your fairy energies around, sure. Colorless, yep. That means we're not getting Lysandre. So unless they have something like a Pokemon catcher, we're going to be okay here. So they're going to draw just infinite cards here. They draw a card for every Pokemon on both players' bench. Fighting Fury Belt, sure. Fighting Fury Belt, sure. We could attack with the Ho-Oh, but I don't... I guess he's like knocking us out either way, so I should probably attack with the Ho-Oh. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I should probably attack with the Ho-Oh there. And again, we're going to put the Keldeo up because it's got a Float Stone on it. I'm going to put this on my guy here. And then again, we are going to end. This time they're going to draw down to 2 cards in their hand. Looking for a Fairy Energy, an Energy Switch on our part, which we found neither of. Good God. Just getting destroyed. Oh, we found a Fairy Energy. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. What am I complaining about? Ignore me. Ignore me. I'm so silly. Let's take a Float Stone. We might discard that to the Ultra Ball. How big is this thing? 220, so I need 7 different types of Pokemon on my bench here to knock this out. Yeah, I'm silly. I was so focused on Energy Switch that I forgot that this was also a thing. So we discard these 2 and get to search our deck for a Pokemon. Yeah, second Xerneas will do. And they don't actually have anything else set up here, so I guess there's a world where they could possibly... So this is going to for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 210, plus 10 is 220. Knock your guy out. Start collecting my prizes. Is there a Lysandre in here? There's not a Lysandre in here. So Break can attack through this Jolteon, which is nice. They're putting the Jolteon up, though, because... N, sure. So they're going to trade their 1 card for 2, and we're going to trade our 3 cards for 4. Deal. Wow, yeah, they just really don't have anything going on here. Sycamore is great for obvious reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go ahead and... How many double colorless energies are left in my deck? A bunch. So let's energy switch from here to the Salamence, and then let's energy switch from here to here, and then maybe I should have computer searched instead first there and just guaranteed the double colorless energy. That was probably dumb. Alright, well, we found it. Then let's go ahead and attack with this and knock out your Jolteon. We get 2 prizes here, and then next turn we just have to knock out one of their EX Pokemon. Man, we were so far behind again, and we caught back up, and it looks like we're going to win this game. This one is going to be my last game of the night, folks. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I've got to drive... Are they ending us here, or are they... They're Colorless. Okay, so they're going to draw a bunch of cards. So if they can get back into this game here... They can't Lysandre us, though, so we should be safe, I believe. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out this Friday night. Sorry, just like thinking it'd spiel it at the same time. I gotta drive 2 hours to Chicago to play a Magic tournament in the morning. So, oh, they get to knock a double colorless off. Oh, holy shit! God bless Salamence is all I'm saying here. That's real good though. Yeah, yowza. So they're knocking us down to 3 Pokemon on our bench, which would normally be lights out if we didn't have this Salamence. And they picked wrong here. They should have gotten rid of this Shaymin off their bench. So my opponents made a mistake here. So we get to put a double colorless on here. We get to rush this in. We get to retreat it back out. And then we get to Lysandre up this Shaymin and then hit it for a cool 160 and collect our last 2 prizes. If you missed any of tonight's stream, I've been going for about 2 hours now. I'm going to upload the archives to YouTube, and you can check them out there in the morning. So that's the last of it. They didn't taste the rainbow, but they got the Dragon Claw. So I'm going to take off. Peace, fans. We'll be in Chicago tomorrow. Feel free to say hello, battle in some magical cardboard. I'll be back with more streams on Monday at the latest. Likely Sunday, though. I'm going to be home all day on Sunday, so we'll probably stream some bit. I actually might see if I can talk to the guys and do a paper magic stream. But if not, we'll be playing some Pokemon or some Hex. So peace, folks. Have a good night or a good morning if you're on the other side of the world.